Okay guys, so now we're pushing through the last topic. So when I say last topic guys, pagtyagaan nyo na because this will be the last topic for P3 which is also recorded kasi nga yun, hindi nga siya aabot. Okay? And then guys, ang last topic natin is the impulse and momentum, the angular momentum. Okay, palakpakan dahil nakasurvive na ang lahat. I hope makatagos. Okay? So anyway, gusto ko lang kayo i-congrats kasi na-survive nyo ng isang although hindi pa natin alam kung tatagos nga or hindi. What I want you to do is to focus pa especially for the last assessments na meron tayo. We have the long quiz, the mock board, and we also have the CFE. Okay? Kung ganun, ibig sabihin ang dahil pa natin pagdadaanan, pagbutihan nyo na, isagad nyo ng mabuti para wala tayong pagsisihan bandang huli. And again guys, I also did my best to share my part na ma-discuss sa inyo lahat. Okay? And ayun nga, so bago tayo mag-start, ano ba yung lesson objectives natin for this topic? For the lesson objectives of the last topic is differentiate the linear momentum and angular momentum and solve for the particle's velocity and acceleration after the impact under angular momentum. Kung titingnan nyo mabuti guys, okay? Okay, ang angular momentum na tinatawag natin, okay, di ba ang linear momentum is basically yung tinatraverse ng particle mo is along the straight path. Ibig sabihin, may mass yung object, nagtatraverse siya at a linear path, okay? Halimbawa, this is your x and y axis, okay? Ngayon, this is your object A, okay, this is your object A. Ngayon, tinatraverse niya yung path papunta doon, tinatraverse niya yung path niya papunta doon. Anong nangyayari is meron siyang mass multiplied by the velocity. Okay, di ba yun yung concept natin for momentum? Ang momentum natin is simply equal to L is equal to mv. Okay? So, the angular momentum of a particle, ano ba pinagkaiba niya? Ang linear momentum, guys, is simply ang linear momentum is simply the mass times the velocity. Ang angular momentum is simply the moment of the linear momentum. Okay? Kung sa force ang force magnitude natin is equal to Newton, okay? Ang force unit natin is Newton, ang moment naman natin doon is equal to force times the perpendicular distance. Tama? Kaya ang unit natin for moment is Newton meter. Dito naman guys, ang angular moment naman natin is kukunin natin ng moment yung linear momentum. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong MB. So, for scalar formulation, basically guys, ito yung, imagine that this is your about this axis kasi, okay, about this axis, okay, x and y as a x and y plane ka lang. Ibig sabihin, kaya scalar formulation yung ginagamit natin because 2D lang yung consideration mo. If you're going to analyze 2D, okay, formulate mo yung 2D, okay, this is your momentum ng object mo. Ngayon, perpendicular distance from this, ibig sabihin, yung moment na yan, mag-create yan ng rotation about an axis. Okay, perpendicular doon sa direction ng, direction ng momentum mo. Now guys, basically, para lang siyang formula ng moment. Okay? Kaya di ba? So, ang formula natin for scalar or 2D formulation is basically yung angular momentum natin, okay? At kung titingnan mo mabuti, ano ba pinaikot niyang axis? By the right hand rule, ang papaikuting axis niyan is along the z-axis. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, ayan na yun. Now guys, what I want you to is i-multiply mo nga lang yung linear momentum mo multiply by the distance perpendicular doon sa may axis na yun. Okay, paulit-ulit tayo. Now guys, is for ang unit naman natin dito is basically kilogram meter square per second. Kilogram meter square per second. Kasi ang distance natin dito, for example, nasa English unit tayo, this is meter, this is kilogram, and this is meter per second. Okay? That is meter per second. Ngayon, pag pinag-multiply mo yan, meter times kilogram multiplied by meter per second, ang mangyayari dito is kilogram meter square per second. So, ayun yung unit mo. In pounds naman is lugs feet square second. Okay? Yun lang naman yun. And then for the vector formulation guys, imagine naman that yung vector linear momentum mo is a vector unit. Tama, vector unit naman yan. Pero ina-apply siya or directed siya along the axis na hindi lang naglalay sa isang plane. Ibig sabihin, ito, 3D ngayon siya, 3D. Okay, mula dito, papunta siya doon. Meron siyang distance papunta ng, tinan mo, ito may distance siya pa ganyan. May distance siya papunta doon. Okay? And then, And then, naglalay ngayon. And then, maglalay ngayon. Ang tendency niyan, paiikutin niya ngayon yung axis na perpendicular sa kanya. Now guys, if you're going to see this, ibig sabihin, if the particle moves along the space curve, okay, the vector product can be used to determine the angular momentum about the O. Okay? In this case, HO is equal to R times the MV. Here, R din sa position vector. Yung position vector, guys, is kino-consider natin yan, okay, by the, by the principle of paghahanap tayo ng vector coordinates, and then after finding the vector coordinates, mag-head to tail tayo, which is mamaya sa example, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano ba yan. And basta yung R is denotes the position vector. Okay? Drawn from point O. Ibig sabihin, di ba, pagka nag-establish tayo ng point coordinate is always on the origin. Ang origin natin is the intersection of all the axes. Okay? HO is perpendicular to the shaded plane containing R and MV. Okay? And then guys, for vector formulation, pwede mo siyang, in order to evaluate the cross product R and MV, should be expressed in terms of their Cartesian components so that the angular momentum can be determined by evaluating the determinant. And by the way guys, ang pagkuha ng determinant sa calculator is, kailangan square yung matrix mo, di ba? For square matrix. Since ito 2/3 ito, so gagamitin natin ng cross product. O sige, isusulat ko na dito. Please pakitandaan itong formula na to, Now, for your basically, yung HX mo dito, kasi mahahati yan sa tatlo eh. By the way guys, the RX here is the position vector along the X, di ba? Pag mayroon tayong position coordinates, is magkakaroon ka dyan ng horizontal, the X, Y, Z components mo along with the momentum. So mamaya i-arating yan sa example, mas magigets nyo siya. Pero I think much better if i-consider natin to, that kapag kukuha ka ng HX, it is cross product na itong dalawa. Tama? Okay, ibig sabihin, RY, okay, RY, MVZ, okay? Tama ba? Minus the RZ multiplied by MVY. And for HY naman, cross product lang, takpan mo ngayon to, alisin mo ngayon to, ang pagko-cross multiply mo naman is pag ganyan, and then pag ganon. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, RX MVZ minus RZ, tama? MVX. And for the HZ naman, simply guys, burahin ko to. Okay. Burahin ko to. Pagka MVZ, okay. MVZ, takpan mo ngayon tong Z na to. Huwag mo i-consider yan. Ito ngayon pag-multiply mo. Okay? Ayun lang. So, ibig sabihin, for HZ naman is equal to RX multiplied by MVY, okay, minus the RY multiplied by MVX. I hope ito guys yung magiging cross multiplication natin for this matrix para makuha natin yung determinant. Okay? Now guys, what we are going to do, okay, meron pa ba tayong kailangan i-consider dyan? Let's see. Okay? Okay, and then for the moment of force of the angular momentum, basically guys, i-consider lang natin dito is, parang pagkuha lang ng slope form yun. Kung nag-statics naman kayo, magiging lang dito is the force multiplied by Rx over, for Fx is equal to F multiplied by Rx over R. O ganyan lang yun. And for Fy, simply equal to F multiplied by Ry over still R. And then for the Fz is simply equal to force multiplied by the Rz over R. Okay? Ganyan lang yung pagkuha ng mga components natin by slope method, which again, madidiscuss natin yan during the sample problem. So don't worry. Okay? And then, yun nga, I think by the cross product, okay, yun na yun. And then looking back to the equation for the angular momentum and take the derivative, Ito guys is mas inelaborate lang niya. And moment of force and the angular momentum since summation. Okay? And then, okay, which is about the axis particle. Okay, skip na natin tong portion na to. Skip na natin mga part na to and let's take the sample problem para mas magets natin siya. Okay? So yun, lipat muna tayo dun sa kabilang ano. Okay. Okay, so this is the problem. Ngayon, ang pinakaunang step natin dito, ang nakalagay dyan is determine the angular momentum h of the 6-pound particle about point O. Ito guys yung point O natin, okay? Ngayon, ang hinahanap sa atin is the angular momentum nung ano natin, angular momentum nitong particle natin na to. Okay? Gagalaw daw siya from this point, okay? At this point, yan yung initial niya, gagalaw siya papunta dun sa B. Okay? Na ang speed niya is 4 feet per second. Gagalaw siya papunta dun. Okay? Para lang tayo nag-a-analyze ng 3D dito na scalar notation. Paano yun? Una guys, so sige, maglagay tayo step. Una, establish point coordinate. Okay? Hindi ko nagagamitin yung mahabang formula. Dito tayo. Okay? Ngayon, for establishing point coordinate, simply kunin mo yung coordinate ng A at kunin mo yung coordinate ng B. By the way guys, nag-establish tayo ng positive axis natin kung nasaan yung letter. O yan na lang gawin nating assumption. Okay? And then, bakit mahalaga yung sign dito? Kasi nga, yung sign natin, since this is a vector quantity, okay, yung momentum natin is as a vector quantity, kasi may velocity siya. Yung mass is a constant, scalar quantity, meron siyang kasamang velocity. Kaya, still, ano siya, vector component or vector unit yung gagamitin natin. So, mahalaga na kapag nag-vector summation tayo, simply consider natin yung sign. So, for x, y, and z, this is, by the way, this is your x, y, and then z. Pag nag-establish ka ng point coordinate. Okay? Ngayon, hanapin natin. Ang origin natin, guys, lagi is kung saan nagkakaroon ng intersection ng x, y, and z axis natin. Doon tayo magsisimula magbilang. Ngayon, yung x natin dito, and dito yung positive x niya. Ngayon, mula dito, ano ngayon yung distance parallel to this position? Mula dito, ano yung distance niya doon along the x? So, negative 8 kasi nasa kabila siya ng x. So, if this is your positive x, yung nasa kabilang ng axis na to, this will be negative x. Okay, so negative 8. How about the y? Ang y natin is papunta dito. Ngayon, kung tatapatan mo yan, kung mananapat ka, eto ka, ano ngayon yung distance mo doon? ano ngayon yung distance mo dito? Tatapatan mo lang, ano? Okay? Ibig sabihin, 8 feet. Pero nasa positive ka. So, 8. Tama? And then, for 12 naman, ano ngayon yung distance mo papunta dun sa y-axis? Ay, sa z-axis. Ibig sabihin, positive 12. I hope malinaw yun. So, parang concept lang to ng 3D during the analysis natin ng 3D sa force system. Okay? Sa position vector. Now, guys, for point B naman, simple nandito ka sa 0. Bakit? Kasi hindi ka naman gagalaw papunta doon, which is parallel to x-axis, hindi ka gagalaw parallel to x-axis, so 0. For y naman, mula dito, ano ngayon yung distance mo hanggang doon sa iyong final position, which is 10 plus 8 is equal to 18. Positive, kasi nandun ko sa positive y-axis. And now, is for z-axis naman is still 0. Okay, so yan na ngayon yung point coordinate mo. Now, head minus tail. By the way guys, dito yung original position ng particle natin. Lilipat siya papunta dito. Okay? Lilipat siya papunta dyan. Ngayon, ano ngayon yung magiging head natin? Kung titingnan mo yung change in position niya, ang direction niya is papunta siya dun sa B. Therefore, andito ngayon yung head mo. So, yung B natin yung head. Tama? B, tapos yung A natin ngayon, yung tail. And by the way, establish lang natin yung point coordinate. Ang mangyayari dito is 0, 18, and then 0. And then yung negative 8, 8, and then positive 12. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung AB, is simply makukuha natin yung, yung 0 minus 8. 0 minus 8 is positive 8. 18 minus 8 is 10. 0 minus 12 is negative 12. Ngayon, para makuha mo, by the way guys, this is your Rx, this is your Ry, and this is your Rz. And then yung R natin is simply equal to Rx square plus Ry square plus Rz z square. So, yung r natin is equal to 8 square plus 10 square negative 12 square. Ang r natin is simply equal to 17.55 ba? 17.55. Let's see. Okay? 8 square plus 10 square plus negative 12 square. With that, square root of. Tama. 17.55. Okay? And then guys, para makuha natin, di ba kailangan natin dito yung fx. Tama? Fx, Fy, and then Fz. Tama ba? Kailangan ba nating makuha yon? Okay? So, kailangan natin guys makuha yung part na yon. Okay? And then guys, para lang and by the way guys this is not force pala. Okay? Kung kasi nasanay tayo ng force, okay, tanggalin natin to. Ang kukunan pala natin dito is the vector. Tingnan nyo mabuti Mamaya pa natin gagamitin yung mass. Nagkaintindihan? Mamaya pa natin gagamitin yung mass. Ang kukunan natin dito ng vector components is yung 4 feet per second. Ano yan? Velocity. Ngayon, para makuha mo yun, simply guys, ang kailangan mong gawin is magkakaroon ka dyan ng Vx. Tama ba? The Vy and then the Vz. So, hindi force. Wala nga pala tayong kinoconsider na force dito. Mamaya pa pala yun. Okay? For weight pa pala siya. Okay? So, for Vx guys, simply yung velocity mo multiplied di ba by r. By the way, yung formula natin kanina is wait lang, sige babalik ko. Okay? Yung formula natin dito, okay, so this is not a force. So this is okay. Sorry, tanggalin ko lang yan. Okay, palitan ko lang para So this will be Vx, Vy, and then Vz. And then this will be V, and then V. Okay? I hope maliwanag yon. And then guys, sabihin Rx over R. Simply, yung Vx mo is simply equal to 4. Di ba 4 feet per second yung velocity natin? Ayun, yung naka-black. This one, the 4 feet per second. Ibig sabihin lang nun, 4 multiplied by Rx. Ano yung value ng Rx natin? Ang value ng Rx natin is 8 over 17.55. Ano yung value ng Vx natin? The Vx is equal to 1.823 feet per second. Ngayon, yung 4 times 8 over 17.55 is equal to 1.823. Okay? So, ito ngayon yung ating Vx. Okay? Now, guys, for Vy naman, simply V is equal to Ry over R. Okay? Which is ang Vy natin is simply multiplied by 4. Ano yung Ry? 10 over 17.55. So, we have Vy equal to, palitan lang natin 2.279. So, 2.279 feet per second. So, this will be your R. Okay, Vy. Next one is for Vz naman is Rz over R. Okay? And then, your Vz is equal to 4. Okay? Next is the Rz, the Rz natin is negative 12. Okay, negative 12, hindi naman nababago yung 17.55 as our R. So, for Vz equal to, palitan lang natin ulit ng negative 12. Negative 2.735. And by the way, this is the vector, so kailangan natin consider negative 2.735 feet per second. Okay? Next guys, okay na, meron tayong V. And then by the way, kailangan natin, pwede natin siyang i-form as your matrix, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, yung HO mo, okay, dun sa ginawa natin kanina, this is your I, J, K, okay? This will be your Rx, Ry, and then Rz, okay? Rx, Ry, and Rz, okay? And this will be your MVx, MVY, and then the MVZ. And then by the way guys, ang gagamitin natin dito is not this one, okay? O sige, i-reiterate natin yung formula. So gawin natin guys siguro either A or B. Parehas lang kasi magiging sagot dyan, A or B. Okay? Sige, ang gamitin na lang natin is yung alin? Is yung coordinate ng ano tawag dito? Is the ano tawag dito? Coordinate nung ating B. Okay? So coordinate ng ating B yung kailangan nating i-consider. Okay? So for that one guys, ang mangyayari is simply ang B natin dito, okay, sige gawin natin that HO I J K, okay, is RXB, RYB, and then the RZB, okay, and then yun nga MVX, MVY, and then the MVZ, okay, and then pagka in-input na natin yung values, knowing guys that yung B mo, ang coordinate yan is 0, 18, tama ba na 18? So, positive 18 ka. So, tama 18 and then 0. So, pag pinlog in natin yan, guys, so this is your RXB, RYB, and then the RZB. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Okay. So, next one, guys, what we're going to do is simply, okay, is simply HO, okay, I, J, K, okay, is equal to 0, positive 18, and 0. And then for MV natin, di ba, mababago ba yung mass natin? Ang mass natin, guys, is simply yung mass natin dito, na weight natin kasi 6 pound, okay? Weight natin is equal to 6 pound. Okay, pagka ginawa natin na mass yan, it is equal to, pakicompute na lang, 6 divided by 32.2 is simply equal to, 6 divided by 32.2 is equal to 0.186. Okay? Now guys, yun na ipa-plug in natin dito. So this will be 0.186 multiplied by ano ba MVX natin na? MVX natin is 1.823. Tama? So this will be 1.823. The next one is 0.186 pa rin naman yan, but may iba yung MVY natin. Ang MVY natin will be 2.279. Tama? 2.279. However, ganun pa rin, 0.186, and multiply natin naman yan sa value ng ating VZ, which is negative 2.735. Negative 2.735. And again guys, pwede pa natin siya i-simplify. Ang magiging form natin dito is simply equal to I, J, K. So 0, 18, and then 0. Okay, 0, 18, and then 0. Basically guys, ang makukuha natin dito is okay, 340, 0.425, at negative 0.510. Okay? Tingnan natin. 0.18. Verify ko lang. 1.823. Teka lang. Okay? Sorry. Ito dito. 1.823 is 0.340. Tama? And then 2.279, 0.425, tama, and then negative 2.735 is negative 0. Okay, 510 na yun laban. Okay, so ibig sabihin yan yun, and then i-copy natin kasi wala ng space dito sa baba. Okay, ano ba ito? I-copy. Okay, copy. Lipat tayo dun sa taas. Na-copy. O lipat na natin to sa taas. Nasama. Okay. Now guys, if di ba nga ang sabi natin is HX Okay, ang mangyayari, this is x, y, and z kasi. Okay, ngayon, sige, wait lang. Okay. Ito, mag-insert ng shape dito. Pinaka-OA naman. Paano ba i-resize ito? Okay, basta ito yan. Mangyayari dito, ang hx natin, tanggalin mo, ay, wala na. Okay, isipin mo, alam mo na yan. Ang mangyayari dito, kapag hinahanap natin is hx, di ba, I value yun, is equal to, ano yun, ry, tama, ry, mvz, minus rz, mvy. So, simply, equal to ang ry natin is eto, 18. Okay, multiplied by negative 0.510. Okay, minus, yung rz natin is 0, ito yun, multiplied by our mvy natin. Okay, kung titingnan mong mabuti, 0 multiplied by 0.425. So, cancel out ito. Ang mangyayari is, yung hx natin is equal to 18 times negative. Mangyayari is negative 9.81. So, mangyayari negative 9.81 tuloy 18. Okay? Negative 9.18. Or simply, okay, sige yan muna. Negative. For hy naman, HYI naman natin, ay HYJ naman natin, okay. Okay, paano ko ba tatanggalin to? Burahin ko muna to. Na-over naman kasi. Okay, and then para naman sa Y natin, ang mangyayari, kalimutan mo muna to. Okay, ang gagawin mo dyan is simply RX MVZ minus the RZ MVX. Okay? Okay, is equal to, ang RX natin is 0. Tama? So, 0. Ang MVZ natin is negative 510. Okay? Multiply by negative 0.510. And then, minus the RZ natin is eto, which is also 0. Multiplied by yung MVX natin is 0.340. 0.340 positive. So, 0 to, this is equal to 0. Kakaintindihan? So, ang HYJ mo is equal to 0. Next is for the last one is HZ mo is K naman yan. Okay? Burahin mo to. Burahin ko to. Ang tatakpan naman natin is HZ. Okay? And then, ang mangyayari dito, this will be RXM. This will be RXM VY minus RY MVX. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung HZ natin, K is equal to, ano ba RX natin? Ang RX natin is 0. Ito yun. And then, multiplied by the MVY. Okay? Ang MVY natin is 0.425. Minus ang RY natin is 18 multiplied by MVX natin is 0.340. So, 18, 0.340. Maka-cancel out ito. So, matitira sa atin na HZ or K natin is equal to negative 18 multiplied by 0.340. So, 6.12. Okay, negative 6.12. Ngayon, kapag kinuha na natin yung Cartesian vector form ng mga to, ang tendency is makukuha natin that HO is equal to negative 9.81, okay, I plus 0J plus 6. This is minus pala, okay. Negative 18 plus 6.12 12K. So, ito na ngayon yung ating final answer for that. Okay? Yan ngayon yung angular momentum natin acting on a space coordinates. Okay? Or acting on space. Okay. So, yun. Ito yung final answer natin. Okay.